And we are live. What's up, guys? Yesterday I said to you either maybe it'll be a slow news day or maybe it won't be. If it's not, if it's a slow news day, then I'll do my own thing. I'll show you like something I've been working on for a while. But up until 4 o'clock today, it was a slow news day. And then Shawn Ryan broke the internet, interviewed this guy who's an intelligence analyst, and here's what Shawn and Ryan and this guy said.
There's a very good possibility that that Mathew Livelsberger might be still alive.
It checks, as far as I can tell, it checks all the blocks.
I think.
So, what do you guys? How do you guys process that? I didn't see that coming today.
It wasn't in my bingo card. I mean, look, I follow a few Green Berets online, and most of them they didn't know what was going on, and they're like, this makes no sense. Most Green Beret, they have at least some demolition training, especially this guy that was in for 10 years, and at the level he was in, none of them chucked it to being, like a mistake from his part. And then I brought it up yesterday, Brandon, that I think this was by design not meant to kill anyone, and was by design just meant to call the attention. I said it. People on the chat, they will back me up.
So I'm happy we have Vinny here. So Vin, as somebody who served in the military, like what's the, like, we know there's like a big jump from a civilian to somebody who's in the military in terms of skills, but like from a normal military person to a Green Beret, like what's that separation like? Like, is it even crazier than the civilian to regular military?
Oh, bro, the jump is like Green Beret. Your leaps and bounds about, like, let's say you're just an infantryman. You're just a regular infantry. You're a grunt. You're just, marching, shooting, you're living out in the field, survival training. Green Berets are a whole different level. And it's just odd that, this is sort of left field, because it didn't make sense, Brendan. You were even saying it the other day. It doesn't make sense. There's fireworks in the back. It doesn't look, by the way, it didn't seem like nobody was in there. Because, I mean, there was no blood, there's no screaming, there's no, no witnesses. We haven't seen it drive up to the actual spot. But for him to go through all this, to talk to the individual that was talking to Shawn Ryan, and then expose all this stuff, and then out of all things, he's bringing up the drones that left everybody baffled. Was it Iran? Was it this? Was it that? What he's saying is that it's freaking China, and they're launching these things from freaking submarines. And Brandon, here's my question to both of you: do you put it past them? China that is our enemy, plain, and I don't like the word adversary. Okay, these people have been eating our lunch. When Trump was trying to hold them accountable for trade and everything, what happened? What happened that last year of his presidency, Brandon? A freaking virus was unleashed on us. And guess what? Zero accountability. So that means they killed millions of people and nothing. So this doesn't surprise me, because Trump's coming back in. Trump's right about to come back in. And now we're hearing that these payloads, these drones, that this guy was saying, can fly over the freaking White House and launch an attack. I've been saying this forever, brother. We were the enemy, because Umberto, what'd you say when I was by your desk? Umberto goes, Vinny, why don't people realize that China could be the enemy? Because I said, because they haven't been told that it's the enemy. We've been told that it's Russia, Putin, and Ukraine. To hell with all of them. China is the real enemy, Brandon. Period.
100%. And it goes into something we talked about like 6 months ago too. So this guy was so I'll show the video in a second, but this guy was emailing this guy who's an intelligence analyst who, like, I guess he's ex-military and runs like a community chat where people could kind of expose military corruption and stuff. Like, it's a bunch of like vets that are in there, and this guy's trying to contact him on there, and he's saying like, hey, I've got something that's gonna change the course of the world. It's something that could like prevent World War III. China's using anti-gravity drones. So like, these drones are like that hidden technology that we talked about 6 months ago, like under the Invention Secrecy Act. So this is like, that's why they're not acknowledging it, because like it's not stuff we're supposed to know about. So he said that like one of the cops sent up their drones, and like they said that they couldn't even keep up with it. That was doing stuff that wasn't supposed to do. So here, I'll play this. What's up, Chad?
And Brandon, before you play it, people were, like you said, were trying to bring up their own drones, but their drones were like dying. The battery was dying and stuff was going down. It's like, it's inexplicable. But the fact that Mayorkas and all these, Brandon, this is my opinion, they're all in on it. They're all
Yeah.
in on it. All right. And I
Oh,
think it
yeah.
has a direct relationship with Donald Trump coming in, brother, because they're all gonna be hopefully put in jail. All these big money people are gonna all lose their freaking money because of health and RFK and everything. This is, bro, it's about to get really ugly really soon. And I just hope, dude, I hope it happens. I hope nothing happens before January 20th, bro. I hope Trump can come in and really start
I know.
knocking
But
over some
17
heads.
days left.
Vinny, Brandon, if any of this gets confirmed, things will happen before January 20th. Like, there's nowhere around it. Like, this is too big. If this is confirmed, and we have
Which
more
part?
information that they were hiding Chinese attacks inside U.S. soil, if they confirm that the guy was trying to blow the whistle, and if this is confirmed, like, things will happen before January 20th.
And Brandon, I'm sorry, really fast.
Yeah, no, good.
Humberto, they were flying spy balloons over the country for the whole, and Biden doesn't care because Biden is freaking compromised, brother. That it's the spy balloons, dude. China has major land by 17 of our military bases, and nobody's saying anything.
Yeah. Like what? So in addition to that too, like this kid's saying, like, he's texting the guy saying, like, yeah, I'm being tracked right now, and like I know they're gonna try to kill me. And so he like told them that they put the bomb in his car, so like as defense. But here, I'm gonna show you guys what he said right here, so like we're all on the same page.
How you got the email?
All right. So for context, I've run this account for the last 4.5 years. There have been people in and out writing articles and different stuff, and just investigations, some big, some small, just trying to keep accountability in the military, but developed a robust network within the military, all branches, and people feed into this and send me messages and here and there. Nothing ever like this has ever come in. But I get a, well, it started off as comments. So when you have a big Instagram account, you're going to miss a lot of messages because people message, go to hidden messages and everything else. You miss a lot of stuff. Well, I kept seeing this comment on recent posts that I put in there, and it was from this burner account that said, hey, check your DMs, check your DMs, check your DMs. So I go in there and try to find it. There's no message from this guy, hadn't come through or whatever. And then he messages again once that message was opened up. And I said, hey, your previous messages haven't come through. What do you want to tell me? And he said, what I'm going to send you, now these are literally his words, what I'm going to send you is going to change the course of humanity. That was his phrase, change the course of humanity.
So I guess what this guy was trying to expose, like in addition to the drones, was that in 2019 there was this like this corrupt thing where they blew up this drug facility in Afghanistan that like a bunch of civilians died in. I guess like he was part of that and he felt terrible about it, and he was trying to basically do this to like bring attention to that. And that, the weirdest thing about this is they said that his safety number for his Signal account was changed after the car blew up the other day.
How does that happen?
If you're alive.
Brandon and guys, Humberto, I want to ask both of you guys, if God willing, bro, for some reason, because the FBI is confirming that his truck was this, his truck was that. He's saying that it wasn't a terrorist attack; it was a wake-up call. If he shows up somewhere alive, okay, if he shows up somewhere alive and goes, "Hey guys, it's me, Mathew Livelsberger. I'm here." FBI, everybody, they're cooked. They're done. We're like, well, we thought you guys had the DNA and everything and all that stuff. I hope to God he winds up alive, bro. That'd be so great.
Right. Well, you saw the sheriffs the other day. The sheriffs were saying, like, yeah, we're pretty sure it's him. We saw like the tattoos match and everything. And the FBI just came out and said that they confirmed it's him because his teeth match and whatnot. So that makes me even more sure that it wasn't actually him, because I think the opposite of whatever they say. What were you gonna say, Humberto?
Humberto, what were you gonna say?
No, I was going to say that in the world that we live in with AI, video manipulation and everything, I think even if he's alive, proof of like actual life, to prove this, because he needs to prove that he's alive and well, it's very complicated. How do you do it? Do you like organize an event to have like people witness you like being there? Do you invite Shawn Ryan? Maybe they're going to meet. Then maybe that's a proof of, I don't know. Like, this is all speculation.
Oh,
but,
I mean,
I don't know.
Shawn, dude, great point, because Shawn Ryan and where is it? Shawn Ryan tweeted this, guys. I don't know. And Brent, did you see this one? I'll read it.
If you send it to me, I can pull it up.
Let me send it. Yeah. So yeah. So Umberto. Shit. Where is it?
Is he like freaking out right now?
Well, let me read it for you.
Yeah.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
So I don't know. Like
if you check Twitter right now, like FBI, CIA, the military, the government, they're all on high alert. And the thing is, if you really pay attention to the interview, they were in high alert days before the interview aired, so they knew this interview was happening.
So this is Shawn Ryan at January 3rd at 2:57 p.m. 4.9 million views. My family and I are disappearing for a few days.
Holy
My account
shit.
will be active, but it will not be me behind the wheel. What we are about to release is mind-boggling and will raise a lot of questions. Maybe, Ometo, you never know. But so this is a deeper question, Brandon. Do you guys believe that with the amount of information that he's messaging and the texting and apparently whistleblowers are the most suicidal people on the planet? Like not depression, not losing your business, not it's just you. It's ridiculous. So Umberto, my question to you guys is, how much credibility, how much do you feel if this is true? I know this is very initial, it's very early, who knows what the hell's going on, but does this seem to you guys like he's crazy?
The Green Beret?
The Green Beret.
No, it seems like he's highly competent and highly capable. So they're saying, like, I forget the terminology they used. I don't know if I grabbed this clip, but he said that like there was no indication that the gun went off like when he was in the car in front of the building. So they're saying that it looks like he put a dead body in the car and had the Tesla self-drive itself to the building and then detonated the explosion.
Where did he get the dead body?
That's the question too.
That's the question too. If you have the planning over, people don't know what the Green Berets do. Like in general, like they're highly competent.
Yeah, they're Rambo. Like whoever seen the movie Rambo, like that's the type of shit they do. You put them in the woods with like 50 people there, they kill them all.
They're different than Navy SEALs. Like Navy SEALs are killing machines, and Green Berets are smart killing machines. Like they're unbelievable. No, I'm telling you, like it's 10, 15 years of training, language school, math school. Like there's I probably it's top tier operator that America has to offer. So I don't know.
Alberto, you ready for this? They're a part of an elite unit specializing in Green Berets. Unconventional warfare, direct action, counterinsurgency, special reconnaissance. Okay? Special forces assessment and selection. The leadership. Dude, these guys, they're no joke. And this guy is like, I don't know what the hell this connection is with the other, with the losers, that blew himself up, which by the way, that the set that we saw today, Brendan, on Unusuals, that looked like a movie set with the girl that came on there and went on.
Oh yeah, I watched that last night. I know they just had a stack of Qurans and they had like a chemical station.
Yeah, like they're like, hey guys, listen, the media's coming. Let's make this look real terroristy, real terrorist. Put some Muslims up, put a rug. It's like, the American man. I hope the average American that's watching this, you're really awake. Please wake up. Just know that it's all a mirage. It's all fake. It's all phony. They found his ID in there. You couldn't find a piece of it. You had to identify him by his teeth, and yet his ID was perfect. Like just had a little burn mark.
Vinny,
it's like the 9/11 ID, like how the plane crashed into the building, but they found the perfectly intact ID.
Perfect.
But that's why.
The CIA literally has like a prop shop. Like I said, they have like a Hollywood prop shop that they grab this shit out of.
They do. No, I'm not joking. They interviewed the lady that did all the costumes for them.
Yeah, the mask.
It's an actual unit of the CIA. But like jokes aside, that's why you need to wait when these things come out so you can analyze them. The guy that did, it was unfortunate he killed a lot of people, but like the amount of like the number of people that go through Fort Bragg each year, it's 150,000 people that go through there. All right, so imagine that in a span of like I think they had 5 years that they weren't like in the same Fort Bragg. Like the amount of people is unbelievable. So this is a really like it's a really good cover up, to draw attention to some other thing. But I mean, ISIS hasn't claimed the attack. There's no connections, and even Sean Bryan and the intelligence guy that is much smarter than me, he thinks there is no connection between the two hits.
I totally think there is a connection between the two, because I don't think that they're connected to each other in any way, like as if they knew each other. But I think the New Orleans guy was like entirely manipulated, and I don't know what the connection would be, but I don't think it's possible that these two things happened on the same day. Like two military guys were involved in something that looked like an act of terror on the same day, because it's so rare. But what I do think is happening, like what is concerning, it's like that House of Cards season 4 where like he activates the terrorists and like just to get elected again.
Oh, of course, yeah. They did a bunch of false, like they did false attacks and at the station, at the like voting and polling. Oh, it's all BS, Brandon. And so, Brandon? Did you read his manifesto?
I did. You got it, or you want me to read it?
I can read it if you want to. If you
Yeah,
want to pull it up. Okay, so
yes.
We are the United States of America, the best country, people to ever exist. But right now we are terminally ill and headed towards collapse. We are crumbling because the lack of self-respect, morals, and respect for others. Greed and gluttony has consumed them. The top 1% decided long ago. By the way, does this sound like a crazy person? He's not wrong yet.
No.
The top 1% decided long ago that we were going to bring everyone else with them. You are cattle to them. We have strayed from family values and corrupted our minds, and I am prime example of having it all but never being enough. A lot of us are just sitting around waiting to die. No sunlight, no steps, no fresh air, no hope. Our children are addicted to screens by the age of 2. We're filling our bodies with processed foods. Our population is too fat to join the military, yet we are facing a war with China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran before 2030. We must take these actions if we're going to make it past the next few years. End the war in Ukraine and negotiate settlement. It's the only way. Focus on strength and winning. Masculinity is good, and men must be leaders. Strength is a deterrent, and fear is the product. Weeded out all those in government and military who do not utilize number 2. The income inequality in this country and cost of living is outrageous. The number of homeless on the streets is embarrassing and disgusting. We have some pride, so please take care of this. Anybody? Does he sound crazy yet?
No,
Anybody?
It sounds like a guy I'd hang out with.
I love the guy. Stop obsessing over diversity. We are all diverse, and DI is the cancer. Elon Musk must love that one. Yeah, is that it, Brandon?
I think so. Is this the right one?
No, that's the letter to the other guy.
Okay.
Income equality. Yeah, stop. Okay. Thankfully, we rejected the DI candidate, and we'll have a real president instead of a weekend at Bernie's. We must move on from culture and weakness and self-enrichment perpetuated by our senior political and military leaders. We are done with the blatant corruption. Our soldiers are done fighting wars with end states and clear objectives. This was not a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives? All right. Why did I do it? Why do I personally do it now? I needed to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relive myself of the burden of the lives I took.
Wow.
Consider this last sunset of 2024 and my actions the end of our sickness and a new chapter of health for our people. Rally around Trump, Musk, Kennedy, and ride this wave to the highest hegemony for all Americans. We are second to none. Fellow service members, veterans, and all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership, only who to serve to enrich themselves. Military and vets, move on. DC starting now. Militias facilitate and augment this activity. Occupy every major road along federal buildings and the campus of federal buildings by the hundreds of thousands. Lock the highways around, down, and semis right after everybody gets in. Hold until the purge is complete. Try peaceful means first, but be prepared to fight to get the Dems out of the federal government and military by any means necessary. They must all go, and a hard reset must occur for our country to avoid collapse. Master Sergeant MSG, I think it's Master Sergeant Matt Livelsberger, 18Z 10 Special Forces Group.
What a savage! Yeah,
I mean, bro, savage. And
every
Brandon,
bit of that.
If at the end of the day, if all the stuff that he's saying is true, and remember this, Brandon, how many times have we talked about this, guys? I don't want to hear civil war ever again.
No.
I am sick and tired of hearing if they shot Trump, civil war, why the fuck should we kill each other? Why?
Yeah.
Why am I going to kill you and him and some loser ass Democrat? No. It's the system that's going after them and killing them. That's why January 6th, they try to make it like, oh my God, they came to the Capitol. Don't ever let it happen again. They try to make an example of those people because they know we have the fucking power. Okay, it's us. It's us. We
100%.
have the power, guys. I'm tired of this shit.
100%. We have so much more in common with each other. Even if one's Democrat, one's Republican, we have so much more in common than we do with the people in fucking Congress, the people that are like running companies that are corrupt, or the people that are like turning us against each other.
You know,
And-
today,
1000%.
I don't know if it was Vinny. Vinny, did you talk about Tommy Robbins? Yeah, and you showed you showed the video, and he said something that stuck with me. Like, we are not involved in all the major decisions, like going to war, immigration, all the major things. You know, we're not involved in. Like, we don't have
No.
a say on it. Is this democracy?
Right.
No, and guys, I don't know about you. I am sick and tired of every freaking week the Biden administration comes up and goes, "Hey guys, another $3.6 billion to Ukraine, another 2.
Yeah.
That's my fucking money.
Exactly.
I'm busting my ass. We're still at work. It's 8:30. I'm not
Yeah.
complaining. I'm at work. We're busting our ass for what? For some other fucking country to eat and get fat and hungry, and their leaders probably drinking and doing cocaine.
And they're involved in a war they don't want to be in too. That
No
country
shit.
that we're giving money to, they don't want to be involved in that war. It's the stupid decisions of their leaders and our stupid decisions.
Dude. When
But
when
we
is
have
enough
no
going
say,
to be enough?
no say on it.
Right.
No,
Whether
and
they're
Omerta,
printing money.
Okay, so Omerto, so no, we know the problem. What's the solution? What's the solution? They're gonna keep taking our money. They're gonna keep fighting fucking wars. They're gonna neglect their freaking citizens. When tornadoes come and ravage and kill all these people, you know what they say? We don't have money. We gave it to other people. At what is the solution? What do? We have to do something.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
they
we
guys,
need
it'll never stop.
No, we need to
they
flood
took away
Congress with
funding
people who
for
haven't
the
been there their
9/11
entire life.
Heroes. They literally took the funding. They have cancer because of the crap they had to breathe in to save people, and they took the funding out of the bill.
I saw it. Oh, yeah, because
Disgusting.
the hell with 9/11 responders and their cancer. Give it to Ukraine. Give it to Taiwan. Give it to Israel. It's like no, guys. So Brandon, at the end of the day, because America, we can complain and talk shit all day. What do we have to do? And this guy, I mean, at the end of the day, when back when gas was ridiculous in California, I was telling people, if every single one of us Americans, all like what's it called when you put the signal out to everybody, nobody get
Broadcast?
gas tomorrow
Broadcast.
at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
yeah.
from 8 a.m. to the next day, nobody fill up, even if you don't go to work.
Or how
We
about
wouldn't
this?
do it. You know why? Because people
Why?
would be like, nah, I have to go to work. We can't unify.
Well, you know what
we'll
that
never-
means?
Huh?
That means that the pain's not bad enough, because like, you don't change until the pain becomes bad enough to tolerate. So like that's why stuff like that only happens when there's literally no food left. Like the Russian Revolution, all that stuff happened when there was literally no food left at the stores. So I think I don't know, like people are that much of a pussy to where you have to like you wait until you can't eat anymore until you put your foot down.
Well, I think people are so distracted, so numb, so stupid, so weak, so pussified that Brandon, they're gonna keep doing it until we're like this, because that's
Yeah.
what it's coming to, Brandon. Every day, another freedom's going. They're inching closer and inching closer and inching closer. They put the mask mandate back in California. Mask mandate. People are wearing masks in hospitals and
joke?
here and there.
They
Are you
did?
kidding me?
They
Unbelievable.
did?
Yeah.
Today?
Nah.
Let me watch this.
Let's see.
So they're back to wearing masks. Why?
Let me see where. Hold on.
I'm looking.
Hospitals in California, Illinois, Indiana, and New Jersey brought back rules for staff and visitors. Officials in New York City are urging people to wear a face mask in public transport.
Unbelievable.
A new quademic of 4 viral infections.
That is
What the
crazy talk.
fuck?
Well,
What are we
everyone's
talking
entitled to
about?
their own health.
What do we
but,
and you Omerto, and guys, you know how we say we're not gonna fall for it again? It ain't us. But
Yeah.
the CDC and these people, if they do it, people will comply. Democrats are lining up for more vaccines. Give it, shove it in my neck. I can't get enough.
Yeah. And then
right,
they were
Brandon,
like
let's really
lying
back.
to them to get an extra vaccine when they like the last time, like they would go and get their original vaccine. They tried to get like 6 of them.
Oh
It's
my
like they're
God. What are you
they're that brain
Brand,
dead where they're,
Brandon,
yo, what's up?
let's really back into the main story that's breaking right now.
Well,
Could
so
we have a
one of the
small breakdown for the people that are joining to see what happened, what was said in the interview? You know, like a small recap for everyone that is right here. So almost 3,000 people were
I
crushing
know.
Brandon.
I know. So essentially, this guy who runs this chat room or like this Instagram page for military vets who want to expose corruption, this guy reaches out to him, the guy who detonated the car bomb. He reaches out to him the day before and says, "Hey, you have to get this information to Shawn Ryan or to Pete Hegseth or somebody who has a louder voice." And he says to him that he has this information that's going to like could potentially stop a world war. So he says 2 things. He says, one, that China is flying these drones that are like anti-gravity drones that like where they could, I guess, nuke the White House at any time because of what they're able to do. Like they have drones that can go out to sea, go into submarines, and get launched from the submarines. Here, I actually have a clip from that drone one, but
Good.
here.
Elevate this to the media so we avoid a world war because this is a mutually assured destruction situation.
I wonder what he's trying to do with these, what he's trying to tell us with these drones.
I hesitate to even get into this realm because I have no expertise in drones or let's just call it alien technology, UFO technology, whatever's going on here. But here's one thing that I talked about with the guys downstairs earlier. Several weeks ago, I don't know if you saw that video. It was a New Jersey sheriff or chief of police. I can't remember which, but he flew their own drone up, their own department drone up to try to figure out what was going on. So we had all these drone issues that were being cited off of New Jersey and everything. And what he commented on video was how fast these things were. He said, we have a pretty robust drone, and they flew it up there to try to catch these drones that were there, and they just, bam, they were gone. He said there was no catching them, never seen anything like it. They don't even know, they have no idea what that could have been. And so you have this capability that is, I guess, in line with what we hear about anti-gravity being, and I don't know. It makes you wonder.
So that's one part of what he was trying to get the attention about. And I don't know. Do you think that sounds like do you think he was being a little bit dramatic just to like try to get the attention of the guy? Or do you think that he thinks that the drones are going to escalate? And like, I don't think it's necessarily the drones that could escalate and do like World War III thing, but I think that the people that don't want Trump in office, they would like if you gave them the choice of half the world dies, you get to stay in power because of the chaos, or Trump gets to peacefully go in office and then you deal with the consequences of that. I'm pretty confident they would pick the one where half the world dies and they get to keep what they have.
Brandon, this is not even about Trump anymore. Like, I don't know if you guys remember last year or the year before that, we had a bunch of declassified UAP sightings by Air Force pilots and Navy pilots. We had thousands of hours of footage of things that were flying around in American airspace and nobody knew what it was. And we're
Wait,
talking about what?
You don't think that we know what that is? You think that it's actual UFOs?
No, I don't think there's UFOs, but like we have proof that there's things that are flying around that are not ours.
Oh, there
that
are.
flying around,
They're
not
they're
ours.
either ours or China's. That's what the kid said here. He said that only us and China have them.
And I think they've been covering this up. That's what I think. I think they're China's.
I think he's right. I think, listen, China has been whooping our ass, Brandon. I think listen, I know he's mentioned it, but for the new people, just to get on board,
Yeah.
China owns Joe Biden. China owns Hunter Biden. The sitting president of the United States is compromised. This is my opinion. Compromised. We just saw the National Archives just released the photos where he was with China's Hunter's business partners or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Okay. He's been compromised. That's why no accountability for COVID. No nothing. Spy balloons over the fucking country. And now we're finding out, besides the military bases, they have land on all the bases. They potentially might have these drones. And if they're flying around and they're going over Bedminster and all that stuff, what do you think that they're doing? What do you think this is all a buildup to? This isn't funny games. I don't think this is a show of force. That's bullshit. That's them knowing that they can do whatever the fuck they want, map us out, and then once Biden and them are done, they have all the information they need. They can do whatever they want. They've already scoped out everything. And listen to me. get your head out of your asses and stop thinking that Russia's the fucking enemy. It's not Russia, okay? It's China, period. All right? And they're embedded with Gavin Newsom is their bitch. They go into San Francisco. Remember that? There was more Chinese flags. There wasn't one American flag. These people are bought and sold, just like LeBron James's fucking loser ass. China owns all these people, bro. All of them. All of them. Who's the wrestler? Who's the
John
wrestler
Cena,
that got in
he
trouble?
apologized
that was so embarrassing.
Who was that? Who was that guy?
John Cena.
John Cena got in trouble, and he was like, I go, who the hell? He speaks Mandarin? How did you learn that? Just to apologize? No. I think. Listen,
the NBA guys had to apologize as well.
And this is what. Yeah, go ahead.
It's unbelievable, and this is Vinny's opinion, but there's facts that can back it up. Like, we have a connection with Hunter Biden doing business there. We have mentions of the big guy on the documents that got released. And we have statements and this, I don't know, but everything is pardoned now, Vinny. Everyone got a pardon.
I see it a little bit differently, guys. So let me ask you this: who do you think is a bigger enemy to the American people, the China or the deep state?
I think the deep state works with them, Brandon. I believe that they were in cahoots in the China, bro.
That's how they got rich. That's how China got rich, is because like Clinton basically sold access to America to China. Like they started the World Trade Organization, then put China in that, and they like let China get rich pretty much after that happened.
Yeah, but Brandon, you know what's guys? You know what's scary? Because of the technology and because of the fog of war, these drones can easily do a strike or do whatever and blame Iran or blame Russia. This is such a dangerous situation that's going off. That's why I really hope, if this guy is telling the truth, they're exposed early before. I mean, God bless this guy. If it's the truth, if this is real, and I have a slight feeling like it might be, he is exposing so that if something does happen, maybe China now is like, whoa, shit, we better back up, because they can easily, Brandon, if they're just like the Shim whatever the hell, the terrorists in New Orleans. Look at they can make anything look like how they want. They could put passports pristine. They could set it up and do a false flag to make it look like anything, bro. Anything.
Oh yeah.
Because the goal is what, Brandon? The goal is what?
Divide and conquer. Oh yeah, war.
That is number one. War. We haven't been in a major war. America is a war-like country. We bombed the shit. Dude. We've been at war for fucking 60 years. We fight everybody. We're thirsty. These people are begging for it. They're waiting for war. Who? China? Russia? Somebody. Let's go. America's waiting to do the money we make is war, brother. War is fucking money. That's why JFK got his fucking head shot off. God rest his soul. Because he was like, no Vietnam. They were like, oh, really? Bow.
Do you think they're that arrogant, though?
Lyndon B. Johnson's first order of business was what?
Yeah, go to Vietnam.
Bingo. It's like, what are we talking about, bro?
Do you think these guys are that arrogant, though, where they think they could control the outcome? It's like, the perfect outcome in their mind is like, let's go to war and bring it right up to the edge to like right before nuclear war, and then we'll figure it out. And we'll de-escalate it. But do you think they're that arrogant to think they can control that
anymore, Brandon? But they do think they're in control. But this is gonna get out of hand, and I hope to God, I'm gonna go home and pray. I hope to God none of this that Shawn Ryan said. I hope nothing is true. Because we have a world of trouble if anything checks out. That's all I'm saying.
This is the one that scared me the most, to be honest. Look at this clip.
Now these terrorist organizations have developed invisible bombs that will get through metal detectors, any kind of screening device that's out there. And they brag about this. And now we just did a Twitter Spaces with Sarah Adams, and they are now bragging that what we know about the invisible bomb, it's now even more advanced than it was before. So that means they can get this into stadiums, they can get this into airports, they can get this pretty much anywhere they want, because you cannot detect it.
Yeah, so we have that going on. So I mean, if you were to line up, like Humberto, can you by any chance put a poll in the chat? I'm curious. So if I wonder if the average person is more afraid of the deep state, China, or radical terrorists, or like what they think like the biggest threat to us is, or the biggest enemy. You know what I mean? Because I still choose deep state, because I think that deep state enables China that I don't know. I don't even think we potentially don't even have like a proper understanding of what China is or what it stands for because of like the way that our government tries to portray everything. But I know that our government like started all these terrorist organizations and then like they radicalized them and then they pretty much turn them against us so that they have a reason to go and spend military money and like have wars overseas because after Soviet Union collapse, our government was scrambling to look for the next war to fight because the military machine would shrivel up and die if we didn't have a war to fight.
So you said deep state, China,
And
who else?
just terrorists. So I've never heard of bombs like that, though. I've heard of the ghost guns that you could get through a metal detector. But I've never heard of a bomb like that. Have you heard of that, Vinny?
Yeah. Well, apparently Sarah Adams was on a show and she was saying, Brandon, that they have this new technology because, bro, it's only a matter of time, Brandon. You know what I mean? That even the metal detectors or the one that does that full body scan, it won't pick it up. And dogs, it's such an advanced, brand new thing. Dogs haven't been trained on it yet.
Jeez.
So they have no idea. Which, guess what? F me. Why? I don't want to get on a commercial flight right now and try to feel safe. Not right now. Commercial flights right now. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I feel like I mean, I don't know. I feel like something's been activated where that like we've been talking about for the last year. Like these people are here and like they're just waiting for like the go call to start doing stuff like this. And like everybody just glossed over the thing that happened in New York the other night where 11 people got shot at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, no, and here's the thing, guys. It's the paranoid survive. I'm not afraid. I just know something's coming because my soul is intact with God, period, with Jesus Christ. I'm good to go. But it's preventing something to ruin this ruin our country and ruin humanity. We got to fight. I'm sorry, bro. I hope they got. What are the odds if you guys think that Trump and all them are notified about what's going on with Shawn? They have to, right?
With what?
I mean, Shawn Ryan was in contact with the president beforehand. So if it's something this big, he probably got in contact with the team.
I think he feels safer speaking to Trump and that he if I was him, I'd probably go on the run, go undercover, whatever, until Trump's inaugurated, because like I'd be afraid of Biden's deep state or Biden's intelligence agencies, but I'd feel safer if I was doing what he's doing under Trump's agencies.
I just, bro, the last time Trump tried to hold China accountable, we got COVID, literally. This time, I would be on some threatening shit. Like, yo, if you guys F with us, if any of this is fucking true, it's a wrap, because it's no more, bro. China's been whooping our ass and they haven't shot one bullet. Whooping our ass from TikTok to fucking balloons to whatever the hell you want to call it, they're whooping our ass, bro. And if this is true, it's not good, bro.
That's another thing. I don't know why everyone in the right, like after Trump got elected, they're like, oh, TikTok is chill. Like, let's keep TikTok running. Like, we know how harmful algorithms are, especially to the youth. Like, we need to ban that immediately. Like, it's a matter of national security. It needs to be banned immediately.
And guys, I don't normally do this. There's a guy in the chat named Patrick. Vinny saying something will happen soon is such a pathetic thing to say when you can say it told you so later. Hey, Patrick, I knew I was talking shit when 9/11 was about to happen because I was in the military and I kind of felt something was going to happen. I've been saying something is going to happen just like it has been happening, the attacks, if you watch any of the podcasts. So just because I know there's going to be shit talkers out there. I've been saying it. Not to say I told you so. It's just be prepared, because that's what the hell is happening. We're seeing it happening. This is just the beginning. So when Shawn Ryan has Sarah Adams and all them, what do they want to say? I told you so? No, you dumbass. We're trying to wake your asses up because it's coming. Period.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like
the thing is, we've been on top of the news 24/7 for the past 2 years. Every single news that comes out, we're on top of it. And you start, developing pattern recognition. You go like, okay, this guy is doing this guy is doing that. They're doing that in China, they're doing it here. And the scenario right now is very fragile. Did you guys see last week what Xi Jinping said about taking over Taiwan? He was talking tough. He told the president they can't stop us.
Yeah, he said nobody. He's basically, when he says nobody's gonna stop me, that's talking to us. That's talking directly to us.
Because who else? Is he talking to Ukraine? Is he talking to, I don't know, Peru? No, he's not.
Yeah, Peru. It's hilarious,
guys. Man, I see it like I'm with you in the fear, but I see like the enemy a little bit differently, because I think that like this is where I go with COVID. I think that COVID could have been just as much us working with China, like our like Fauci deep state working with
No,
China.
of course it was. Of course, yeah.
So like I don't think that was like I don't think China has the pull to just like say like, all right, we're gonna do this. And like I think that's like a very deep decision that involves like all the people who are the world leaders. Like I think that's like a Bilderberg type of meeting to decide that's gonna happen. That's not just China. Because like if China did that, like that shut down the world for everybody to be on the same page and say, yeah, we have to shut down the world. I think that's something that all the like the main people decided, yeah, we're gonna do this to get Trump out.
Oh, I mean, from what they've done to Trump for the past 8 years, that is a no-brainer. I just imagine that phone call. Imagine that like meeting or whatever. It's like, hey, listen, we hate him. He's ruining everything for us. You guys hate him because all the tariffs and all the trade shit. You know what? Lab leak, and it'll never come back to you guys because still to this day, bro, how many years later, they're still like, yeah, it's looking like a lab leak. We know it is. We know it came from China.
Yeah.
Like, what game are we playing?
No, it's like gaslighting to the highest extent. I mean, it's really like one of the most like deflating things is when you see like an actual report come out. Like I've seen multiple reports come out and say CIA whistleblower says yes, leak did come from a Chinese lab, like people were saying, and then but like that just kind of floats out into oblivion and nobody really picks it up. So like there's so much information out there today that like people don't have the time to get outraged about things. But that's like where the mainstream media was like in lockstep with the programming. Like it's not a coincidence that like a giant story like Trump getting shot in the face dies in 10 days, but then the Russia collusion thing lasts for 18 months just because they keep saying it and saying it and saying it every day. So it's like a form of low level hypnosis where they could like keep something relevant, keep it in your head if you like say it enough and frequently.
I agree.
Man, come on. You can't trust anything. Everything that was said during the weekend, every statement that they made, they backed up on it. And someone, I think
Which one?
The Twitter, the X post is somewhere else. He compared what they said to what actually happened and what they said afterwards. Like, this is unbelievable. Like, they think we're really dumb. That's what's going on right now.
Oh yeah, no, they think we're retarded. But which statements are you talking about over the weekend?
They said it wasn't terrorism when it came to the New Orleans thing. They covered the flag.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, no, this is just like a disgruntled guy. Then they came out saying this is terrorism of the highest degree. ISIS is involved. And then they let a random journalist walk in the house, the same day they covered the thing up. Like, I don't even know what to believe anymore.
No, I mean, I think that like there's a real truth to like what you believe in your gut. And like whenever I've like felt conviction in something, like I'm pretty close to 100% accurate on like what my initial thought was on something, like whether or not I was right or wrong versus what I was being told. And I feel like that's a pretty good indicator of how things actually are. Like if you feel like what you're hearing is BS, it probably is BS. Now, some people have the opposite of that. Some people believe exactly what they're being told and like try to fight with you. Like, like Adam keeps trying to laugh at me when I say that the deep state's involved in the terrorist stuff. And I'm like, Adam, like the CIA paid for ISIS to start, like, and then we tried to fight them after they like took over the group we wanted them to take over. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
They and I love that like people that are like everything's conspiracy. It's like, no, you dumb bitch. Like it's called real life shit. Like what you're talking about, Obama arming the Syrian rebels to fight, which is treasonous. That's how ISIS and shit started. Like how many of these coincidences have to happen? And like that guy, this loser in the chat.
Patrick.
I love these losers. No, because people got to check these people. Talk about everything's a conspiracy. No. Look at the facts, you dumbass. It's a factual thing.
Yeah, and they're
facts.
playing
These
right.
are facts. And it's getting ready. It's getting your ass prepared. Because what's the explanation for the drones? What was it? They were there, and then everybody just forgot about them.
We don't know.
Yeah, our military doesn't know.
Yeah, that's what we get for $1 trillion a year. Like, how about we stop paying taxes until the military could tell us what a fucking drone is in the sky?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys think the president is gonna come out and talk about this?
Absolutely not.
Biden?
Yeah.
No, did you see what he came out and said the other day after the New Orleans thing? He came
said
out
what he had to
so
say.
casual, unsincere. He's like, yeah, like we're looking into this. Like it might have been ISIS.
Do you
But
think nobody's gonna come out and say anything?
What do you mean? Did you see what Biden did yesterday? He was up there
No, I
talking, and
saw
he's
it. I
like,
saw it.
"I
But
gotta go because this gotta hurry up. I got a football game to go
Vinny,
watch."
this is too big for nobody to say anything about it. Like, we're gonna
The
just
Shawn Ryan thing?
Yeah.
I don't think they're not going to acknowledge this. Like they're in panic mode right now. So let me show you the thing quick that he tried to expose for 2019 because I mean Shawn and this other guy, they're like big military and intel agency guys, and they're saying that like all the chains of command and whatnot were freaking out about this being exposed. So Livelsberger was reportedly upset about a U.S. airstrike mission in Nimruz province, Afghanistan, 2019. According to various sources, this mission involved airstrikes on alleged drug facilities, which resulted in a significant civilian casualties. Livelsberger claimed that these strikes, which he was part of, were covered up by U.S. authorities, including Department of Defense, Drug Enforcement Agency, DEA, CIA, and he alleged that over 125 buildings were targeted, with 65 struck, leading to the death of hundreds of civilians in a single day. These allegations align with a 2019 UN report criticizing strikes as unlawful. Posts on X also suggest that Livelsberg felt these actions were war crimes committed during the Trump administration's first term, although these claims from a social media need to be treated with caution due to their nature. So that's they read that on Shawn Ryan's show, saying that like it was pretty much that and the drones that he was fixated on, which I don't know. I guess he's referring to the drones when he says World War III, but he seemed to be like really messed up, I guess, about this 2019 thing where they killed a bunch of people because of drug facilities.
I mean, that's messed up. 65 civilians. I don't know. That it sounds like a
No,
war crime to
65
me.
buildings.
65 buildings. How many civilians?
Hundreds
Hundreds of civilians killed
in a single day.
in a single strike. I don't know. I mean, if true, because the thing is, we're still speculating. This is still not confirmed, but if true, that's a pretty big deal. That's a war crime.
Yeah, but it's still weird that he does all that for that, or maybe he's been like thinking about this for years now. But that like everything he wrote in that manifesto, like it's like stuff that we talk about every day. So I mean, like those are the frustrations of the average citizen. But I mean, the war that we have to fight though is the war for government positions, like in a way of just winning the support of the people. Like everybody's pissed off about these things needs to like find a spot in local government and find a spot like where a district they can run in for Congress and stuff. Like that's really the way that we fight this war and have influence.
Well, it's true. Like it's so sad that someone has to go to this extreme because like even though this information is important, I don't condone the way it was done. Even though he's an SF specialist, he's in the military and whatever, I don't condone cars being blown up. Like I just
Yeah,
don't
nobody
condone
wants
it.
that.
Nobody wants that. But please,
Who's that?
That's Chad.
Okay.
But the system is so broken that it's leaving people like him out of options. Because I don't know if you heard the ChatGPT guy that got shot, the Boeing guy that got shot. Like anyone that blows a whistle is gonna get a bullet to their head without being able to get the message out.
But here's my question though. Do you think that him, which he kind of says, doing a spectacle like that is meaning Humberto, he set everything up to do exactly what he did to maybe reveal himself later? We don't know what this freaking Green Beret his plan is yet. But Humberto, something like that, nobody was in the front, nobody died, nobody got hurt. Am I right? Nobody got hurt. I don't know about the dead body, the gun. Brandon, there's fireworks in the back and all that stuff. Got everybody's attention. And now he does the Shawn Ryan email with all these guys and puts them on blast. Who knows, brother? But Humberto and Brandon, what you're saying is I understand, get into, grassroots stuff, start getting with your local, politics and stuff like that. But Brandon, it's way past that. These people got a chokehold on us. And unless we all just say, you know what, F you and come together, they're not going to stop, Brandon. They're not going to stop. And Trump is about to come in and expose a bunch of people. They don't like that. He's going to mess with Big Pharma's money, bro.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You're going to mess with, listen, we talked about this with the OpenAI whistleblower, Humberto. You're messing with billionaires. Billionaires, they have people on their roster that aren't on the payroll.
People like Mathew Livelsberger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The AI thing is not a joke. Like they're on the cusp of like they're going to be able to take complete control of everything, Vinny. everything is connected to the internet right now. Airports, hospitals, Apple Watches, whatever, like even sex toys have internet right now, Vinny. Like they will be like with the right AI and a connection to internet, they will be able to control everything. So they're taking it very seriously. Like, I don't know, we're living crazy times right now, and I don't think they're taking China seriously. I don't think they're taking AI seriously. They're not taking children's safety seriously at all. They're not taking. I can make a list of things they're not taking seriously at all.
So, I mean, I think like the thing that we have to be fixated on too is that like if Trump even like hesitates to do any of the stuff that he's saying, because like, yeah, this is an opportunity, because like we can't, like, I know as fed up as we are, we can't try to have a violent revolution, because that like wouldn't even end up going well, because they'd either wipe us out, or if we succeeded in that, like it's not even guaranteed that something better would form in its place, because a lot of revolutions, like just a gang pretty much ends up being in charge of the political system. So like we have a good skeleton of a setup for how this society should be run, but we just don't have a bunch of swamp creatures that are in it right now. Like I'd say like maybe 5 to 8% of Congress, the people are like a decent human being. If we got that number to like even 50%, I think it'd be a big difference, because that's the money power right there. Like Congress is the power to allocate money, and then like we need to get rid of the Fed, like the big pharma thing. So if Trump even hesitates to do the things he says saying he's gonna do, we need to be ready to call that shit out too. And I hope the entire right is ready to do that too.
Oh, I mean, at what point? When your government becomes tyrannical, and can we like? And I'm being honest. I'm not saying agree with me. Do you agree, Humberto and Brandon, that our government is at the point where it's too much. It's too much. They don't care about us. They're giving our money away. I don't feel safe. They're not securing us. We're not respected anymore. We have illegals, the border, and all that shit. At what point do the people just have to say, enough is enough, bro? Enough.
Vinny, if you study the Constitution, that is the greatest document ever written after the Bible, the best document ever written by humans. All right, number one was written by God. The Constitution was written by visionaries. If you read the Constitution and you study it, the main thing that makes it different from every other constitution is that the people that wrote it didn't trust the government. All right. So they set up a bunch of fail-safe there, like fuses. When government turns tyrannical, there's a bunch of fuses that they're trying to pack to make this reality that we're living in right now stay. So I don't know about it, Vinny. Like I don't think this is gonna sound really sad. I don't think America has it in it to do anything about it anymore.
Well, I mean, bro, listen, in speaking of the Constitution, Humberto, and the Bill of Rights, it says when the government does this, it's our duty. It's not a suggestion. It's a duty for us to flip the shit upside down, bro. That's it. It's our duty. How much longer? How much longer? Till what? Till what's the end game? Till a nuclear fucking war happens and we're all dead? Then it's too late.
You know what I think was really close to it? I think that something like the trucker protest in Canada was really close to it. It's like, imagine if I don't know, the majority of our population just like pulled their car out into the middle of the street and parked it until we got what we wanted.
That's what, dude. Well, you heard that guy's manifesto where he goes, get in the streets, block shit, just make a noise, bro. He made a noise. He made a big noise. I mean, dude, I don't know. I have a feeling this guy might be alive, bro.
The thing
I think he is.
That is called civil disobedience, and it's a huge tool for democracy. But the thing is, when you're protesting for things that really matter, not BLM, not gay rights, not this, when you start,
it hits a nerve.
It hits a nerve. Like, look what they did. You guys don't remember when the banks they go bailed out, all right? And you had the
Occupy
guys
Wall Street.
At Occupy Wall Street. That hit a nerve.
Oh,
the things that they did to those guys, it was unbelievable. Yep. They squashed that. What was it? 3 months?
I think shorter than that.
Yeah.
Like, and
that was black, white, old, young. Everybody was pissed off about that. That was the most united a Democrat. Like that represented the entire country. The people that were there for that. Oh, Tony.
There he is. Hi, Tony.
Tony, what's your take?
Wait, let me put the speaker so Tony can hear.
Tony.
Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Is the guy alive?
Do you think the guy's alive, Tony?
The,
You think
the
the guy's
Cybertruck
alive
bomber?
that apparently that blew himself up?
I think it was a crackpot. I think everyone sometimes when you take somebody who's like,
I can't hear you, Tony.
Yeah.
I can't hear. I
What the
can't
fuck
hear
with
you.
the audio?
oh,
Come close. Come close.
sometimes you have somebody who's really smart, but a little, a whole lot of crazy, and then we'll make them out to be smarter than they really are. I think that's what they do.
Oh, he thinks he's smarter than he really is.
Wow. Okay, that's a hot
Okay.
take.
Hot take
Um,
from Tony. Umberto, when are we gonna eat? I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
I'm dying over here too.
All right. Well, guys, final thoughts. What's your prediction for if this guy, like, are we gonna find out in like a week if this guy's dead or alive or what?
Dude, what I think is if they're tracking, bro, they're gonna especially if he's gonna reveal what he says he's gonna reveal, Brandon. They're actively looking for him to wipe his ass out in a discreet manner. What I hope is that he's alive and he just surfaces on somebody's fucking podcast. Oh my, bro, you want to talk like somebody has to, because bro, there's no protection for whistleblowers. There needs to be a whistleblower protection, like there's witness protection.
Yeah.
There needs to be a government funded whistleblower protection where you're in a room, there's no explosions, there's no guns, there's no nothing, because people are scared to freaking blow the whistle because they don't want to get their heads blown off. And I think that needs to change, because if he's true, if what he's saying is the truth, China better watch their ass, because if that's the truth and we have knowledge beforehand, I'm done playing with these people, bro.
I got you. Yeah.
What do you think, Umberto?
I'm right there with you.
I hope this is just crazy talk. I don't think the American public is ready for something of this. Like this is gonna blow so many lids. Like I don't think we can afford have this guy being truthful about what's going on.
Yeah, I unfortunately I feel something crazy coming, like we keep saying. I think like whether it's power grid, whether it's like a big cyber event, whether it's another thing that this guy said unfortunately too is that like Iran was able to smuggle surface to air missiles across our border. So like that shit too.
Yeah, but people like that dork in the chat, Patrick. Oh yeah, Patrick. No, that's not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, no, just missiles coming in the country. And then when we say something's gonna happen, he's like, oh, you're just saying that. Go get another fucking vax. Go get another booster, you dork. Anyway, you gotta talk shit. These people think that they can just talk shit. You ain't gonna talk shit with me, fam. Period. But anyway, we're gonna go eat some Chinese food.
Yeah. I'll come meet up with you guys.
To hell with China, guys. You still want to eat Chinese?
I love Chinese. Look, listen.
American
the Chinese
Chinese.
people, the Chinese people are beautiful. They have a culture that spanned 5,000 years. We were just with the owner and CEO of the Epoch Times, lovely lady that lived through the Cultural Revolution when China turned communist. The Chinese culture is amazing, but what they're doing right now,
the leadership
to China and to the world, we can't stand for it. But I love Chinese culture.
Yeah, they like their dictators for some reason. They have great potential, but they always let those dictators slip in. But with that said, because I trust nothing the FBI says. So the FBI came out today and said that it's definitely that guy. They did the teeth DNA, so I think the guy's definitely alive. Just because the FBI said he's definitely dead.
I believe that it wasn't him in there. Period. They probably killed him.
Well,
That's not them.
We're gonna have to keep the lights on because this is gonna develop any time now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be ready to jump on if at 1 a.m. if something new comes out. But
yeah.
All right. Well, we hit 4,500 today, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching today, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow because I'm gonna stream every day now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Good night, guys.
I'll see you guys in a little bit. Good night to the chat. All
right. Goodbye, boo guy.